Okay, I have 2 minutes. There's just not a lot of time. I love Madiha and Hosa. I love so many people in this room. Reshma is one of those people that I call when I want to hear the truth. So I don't call her when I'm not ready to hear the truth. My dear friend Nicole Ponseca, who's an author as well, and she has a restaurant called Jeepney Filipino Food, just a few blocks away that way. She's home to me. She is home to me. And I'm just really happy and glad to be part of this company. Maria Hinojosa is a fearless American journalist, and I'm glad to be in your company as always. I just want to say a couple of things. I was living in here on 14th and 6th next to the Urban Outfitters around this time 8 years ago when I was getting ready to do this thing against the advice of 24 immigration lawyers. And I prepared for everything. I had paid all my bills, including the American Express bill. I had warned my Filipino American family that I might get detained, I might get deported. I had saved all the money I can to figure out what would happen if they kicked me out of the country. I prepared for like the worst. What I did not prepare for was everything that is happening now. I did not prepare for any of this. All I knew was that I wanted to use everything that I know how to do. I write, I produce films, I ask really hard questions, right? I want to use everything I know how to do to talk beyond myself and to try to force all of us to ask harder questions of how the country got to be what it is and where we're actually going. And to get an award like this, to be amongst this company, is proof that sometimes you kind of have to do the necessary things to figure out where your life needs to go. Right. So I am tremendously honored to be amongst these honorees. Really grateful to the McSilver Institute for Poverty Policy and Research that puts what we need to do. The idea of social justice is something that we all know what it is. But I have to tell you, in the past 8 years now, I've done 1,467 events in 49 states. About 40% of them, usually with people who want me deported and detained. And I can tell you right now that most Americans have no idea what social justice is, right? And so I think the work that this institute does to put language and research and thought into what that needs to be for all of us is incredibly, incredibly important. Lastly, when I was preparing for this journey, when I was renting my apartment, I probably should not have done this. It's a small one bedroom. In the wall of the one bedroom, I wrote a Baldwin quote, probably my favorite. Our history is each other. That is the only guide. And I firmly, firmly believe that. Thank you so much for this honor.